Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott, and this is dedicated to all those spirits out there who believe life is meant to be magical and fun. Here we venture to share the very mysteries of self and reality. My purpose is to help light that spark inside of you, to reawaken your sense of fascination and awe towards the world. I'm going to try to help you hack reality and unleash your potential and open unlimited possibilities of wealth, health, and relationships in your life. On today's episode of the Reality Revolution, we will be exploring a neuroactivation meditation. These are fascinating to me. Neurological science has come up with advanced meditative techniques that can activate different parts of the brain. And I'm going to show you a quick 10-minute technique that actually activates the hippocampus and can modulate your emotions. Some people have built this into their normal spiritual practices, and I find it fascinating. And we can do this in a simple 10-minute meditation. You can certainly take this and expand upon it however you want, but it's an interesting way to understand your own neurology and the way that your mind works. At the present, we only really have 3 meditations, which are based on recent discoveries in neuroscience, and all of them are similar to visualizations and all rely on brain's basic division into left and right hemispheres. So the first is called sensing a presence, and it's been extensively tested. It comes from the experience of the sensed presence, and the sensed presence is that feeling that there is someone or some living thing close to you, but when you turn to look, you don't find anybody there. And there are several variations on this theme. In one, the person feels that the presence is being that they know, like a deity that they pray to, or the spirit of a person they have known or who has died, or a spiritual teacher. The experience only occurs when a person is in an altered state of consciousness. To facilitate the state, these exercises begin with paying attention to the breath, of course, and we'll do that as a part of this meditation. And after the person has their attention drawn there, they're asked to imagine they are experiencing a presence. And I'll do this as a part of the meditation, but the sensed presence is an amygdala experience, and it only means that when a person is having this experience, their amygdala will be found to be either the most excited structure in their brain or one of the most excited. And conversely, if a person has their amygdala stimulated, they're very likely to have a sensed presence experience. This has actually happened in several clinical and experimental settings. If a person has a sensed presence experience and their left amygdala is more active than the one on the right, the experience is probably going to be pleasant, although some people have this reversed, similar to left-handedness. If the right amygdala is most active, then the experience is probably going to be unpleasant. Pleasant means anything from feeling mildly safe to being in complete ecstasy. Unpleasant means mildly apprehensive to a feeling of impending doom. And sometimes it's simply which part of the amygdala is being activated. Understanding that helps us divine what our intuition is saying and what we're basically reacting to neurologically. When research subjects were asked to do this exercise, the most common sensation it created was a feeling of being safe and protected. The ones were most prone to altered state experiences were also more likely to confabulate a visual image of the presence they were imagining. Some of the images they appeared were angels and monks in hooded robes, or knights on horseback, or in shining armor, spirit familiars, deities, aliens, a variety of other images. And when people who have had near-death experiences do this practice, they re-experience fragments of their NDEs. Most subjects experience unpleasant feelings when they imagined the presence on the right side, so we'll do that. That'll be part of it. And a few experience positive feelings on both sides. The area of research this is still fairly new, and we're still looking at some things. But I've experimented with this as an activation meditation to activate my mind. And it has worked, and we're going to experiment with this. And if you don't like the meditation, just skip it. But it can be pretty powerful. And there's been also research that if you imagine an open space or void in a certain area of a room, it can stimulate the hippocampus. And So the way they do the stimulation of the hippocampus through complex magnetic signals on the right is more pleasant than on the left. So we have some ways of the way I'm going to place this meditation. And it is a little bit perplexing, but it tends to also create a positive cognitive style. And there was a research project called the Shakti Project where they found there's a difference with the typical effects of each method. And we're going to combine these methods, which these are two different neurological methods. We're going to combine them into one method, and we're going to try to hold this for as long as we can. And it's going to activate our limbic systems in a non-intrusive way, and it will activate our hippocampus and the right part of our amygdala to create a feeling of sensation. So if you're overwhelmed, if you're feeling overwhelmed, or you feel like you're a little bit sluggish, you want your mind to be clearer, it gives you a way to control your emotions and change your way of thinking and activating your mind. Sometimes you need to do that. So a little bit longer intro that time, but what we're going to do is we're going to give this a try. So the best thing is, what I want you to do is just sit down and get relaxed, get still, and just let go of anything that's holding back in your body. Any pains, I want you to breathe in right now, and I want you to let those muscles go, anything in your body. I want you to just go every single part of it, from your feet to your head, your arms and legs. I just want you to just get really relaxed. Feel relaxed. And I want you to feel like you're on the most relaxing chair right now. You're at that perfect angle. You got that perfect peace while you're laying in this chair. And it's so comfortable that you don't need to move. You're just sitting there. You can feel it on your back. And it's just so comfortable. And as you sit in this fairly large room, you begin to notice in this room on your left side behind you a sense, a presence. There's a presence on your left side behind you. If you look back, you won't see anything, but you can sense it right there on your left side behind you. And you notice the wall on your left side. And behind you that there's a wall as well. And you look over to your right, and there is no wall. And it's just open space going on forever. Just open space on your right side. And I want you to just imagine this open space, and then there's a presence behind you on your left at the same time. And I want you to hold this and simply focus on your breath and just act as if you can feel a presence on behind you and an open space on your right. And if your mind drifts, just pull yourself back to this and try to hold it for the next 10 minutes. And here we go. And I'll try to guide you as we go, but just hold it right now. Over here to your left, there's a sense presence. And to your right, open space going on forever. Keep breathing. Feel the presence on your left and total void to your right. The walls are on your left and behind you, and total void to your right. Feel the presence to your left. Just breathe. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold it. Breathe out. Hold it. Feel the presence to your left behind you and total space and void to your right. Feel the feeling this gives your body, your mind, your neurology, and your limbic system. Just hold it. Feel it. Feel the presence to your left and the space to your right. It may seem like a long time, it's been a very short time. Just keep holding it. What you're going to accomplish is remarkable. Transforming your brain and your energy. Feel the sense presence to your left and behind you, an open space to your right. Keep going. You can do this. Just a little bit longer. You should be feeling really good right now. Now, if you don't feel good, you may want to try this with the opposite directions. But 90% of the time, it really activates the positive side of the brain. It's very fascinating. So far, several studies have been done, several different people, and have found this to be very powerful. Now, I would love to get your feedback of what you think. If the research shows this does anything, I would love to get an idea of what your impression was. So let us know. You can contact me at brian@advancedsuccessinstitute.com. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. For coaching, contact us at Advanced Success Institute. Join my Facebook group at The Reality Revolution so we can talk about this stuff. It's always a pleasure that you get to join with me, and I'm so happy. I hope in this particular case we activated parts of your mind that needed to be activated. Perhaps this will be a way for you to monitor and change your emotions at some point in the future. Any techniques that we learn, we're going to share them with you. So listen, thank you so much for joining me, and welcome to The Reality Revolution.